I'm back. It is me, Ding Dumb Bad. Welcome back to the channel. And in this video, quads have finally came out for Apex Legends. Now I know I'm a few days late on making a video about quads in Apex Legends. Because that's all I've been playing in Apex Legends. Actually, this is probably the only thing I've been playing, period. Now, I have gone on Twitter, social media, got to see what some of the Apex Legends community opinion about quads in this game, and at least on Twitter, which is probably a small minority of the player base, for some reason they're not feeling quads. But it's literally the only game mode I've been playing since it came out. I don't think I've played another game mode purposely. Like, unless I'm accidentally booting up the game and I forget to switch to quads and I'm in a game of trios. So, yeah, quads is all I'm playing. Four person lobby. I'm probably not gonna get any of my friends to ever play this with me. Not that I even have a lot of those, but probably not gonna play this. But playing with randoms has been perfectly. Actually, you know what? Let me not say that, because there's nothing perfect about this. It's, for the most part, been a more enjoyable experience than in trios, than in duos, which quads did replace duos, like solo replaced duos for the LTM, and in pretty much any other game mode. I think I may have been heard more people with mics in this mode than any other time, like probably other than maybe ranked. And really, like I said, what has me interested, or the main twist about quads, is some of the team comps you can really come up with. Like, now that there's 4 players, certain roles can be filled in by different characters. Now, if the player fulfills that role well or not, that's up to the game, or how they play. But team comps is definitely one of the more interesting parts of playing quads. Thing that really changed from like quads to trios to quads is the loot pool. You can carry a bit more ammo. I know you carry more light and heavy ammo, so instead of like 60 per stack, you get 90 per stack. And I feel like the loot has been pretty decent. They said they updated the loot pool, which this was like an entire update, so there was patch notes. I'm not gonna go over patch notes. I'm just gonna talk about quads. The loot pool was changed a little bit, and you carry a bit more ammo, which I thought was fine. I'm just now I feel like I should always be carrying this amount of ammo now, but I don't know. I don't know if this will be the new norm or not. Probably not. Quads, team comps, but this isn't the only quads game. You get 2 quads games from me today. This isn't the only quads game you get from me. I feel like the only maps made for quads, we only got the 3 maps. We only got Kings Canyon, Broken Moon, and Olympus. Broken Moon, I think, is okay for quads. Olympus, I think, is pretty decent. But Kings Canyon is just not made for quads, bro. At some points, it just feels like there is nowhere to run. Nowhere. Unless most of the lobby hot drops and dies, which surprisingly happen a lot more on Broken Moon. Like, if the dropship is going right over what's that? Not containment zone, exclusion zone, whatever that map in the middle is called, with the purple dome over it. I already forgot what it's called. Unless it's going over there, that's where people go hot drop and die. I've had some crazy games going and fighting at that area. But Kings Canyon is just, no matter where you go, there's just always multiple teams on top of you for some reason. But yeah, I've been playing a lot of quads, so I've been enjoying quads. It also gives me a chance to experiment and try to learn legends. Not that I think I played with every legend in this game, even the newest one, Alter. I really didn't play her at all at the beginning of this season, but now that quads is out, and I've pretty much been trying every legend. I've been playing Catalyst a lot, which who would have thought I'd be playing Catalyst as much? I've been playing Catalyst. I've tried Alter for a couple days, which was fun when, you know, the team cohesion was there. So, you know, playing with different legends, quad may be the most friendly mode to do that in, because I don't think you really have as much pressure as you would in like a trios mode. I feel like you could probably get away with making a little bit more mistakes in quads than you would in trios. But yeah, quads, I like the mode. It seems like majority of I can't say what I've seen from Twitter. Like I said, a lot of people don't seem to be rocking with the mode, but it's probably been one of my favorite modes. Outside of that, it's just been pretty decent to play. When I like Kings Canyon, like I said, but that's a major flaw on that map. I think Olympus might actually. Broken Moon might actually be the best. It's between Broken Moon and Olympus. I really can't choose between which map is best for quads. We didn't even get to play World's Edge with quads, so World's Edge might be better. I don't know, but yeah, I would really like to find out which map is best for quads, because so far it's between a toss-up. And it's pretty much all I've been playing. Like, I got like a little bit more. I got a few more quads videos to get out. Speaking of videos, I think it's like almost 3 AM in the morning when I'm recording this commentary. And I'm probably not going to go super while, so I might try to finish up Mega Man 6 so I can get that Legacy Collection video done again. I know I've been saying that for like the past, what, 2 months maybe? But like I said, you know, Elden Ring DLC came out, even though I haven't even finished the base game yet. I've been playing a lot of that. Like Quads came out, and before that Solos came out on Apex, so I've been playing a lot of this. And so, you know, like, I've been on and off trying to get that done. Kind of want to get done, maybe start editing and recording commentary for that within like the next few days. But that's pretty much where my mind is on, you know, future content. Because after the Mega Man Legacy Collection video, it's gonna be pretty much what you've been seeing from me. You know, Apex, maybe a couple different videos from like the game, maybe. I might start a new playthrough on like a single player game or something. I really don't know, because there's one I might be able to do, but I don't know yet. Like I said, this basic gameplay content that I've pretty much been doing is essentially just all off my PS4, which I'm honestly starting to think is on its last legs. Because I literally don't feel like I can turn my PS4 off and it would, and if I'd know if it would turn back on. So yeah, so at some point I may have to break down and get a PC at some point, but I don't know. It's ghetto here. It's ghetto here. That's just how it's gonna be for a while. I've been doing this off of PS4 for like a few years now, so I'm with it. I'm still with it. But outside of the Mega Man video, it's probably just gonna be, you know, just regular content. which has mostly been just Apex. But yeah, this quads mode has been pretty much a hit with me. I've enjoyed it. And I don't know if I am in the minority. I probably am, because at least on Steam the player count for Apex have been dwindling. Probably, I think it said something about it being at its lowest point or something, which is unfortunate because once again I like quads. But yeah, Apex does seem to have a bit more flaws than it normally would compared to other Battle Royale, not to mention all the other games. Like I said, the Elden Ring DLC came out, you know, other people playing other games, and Apex not performing as well, because this game has been having server issues that I've been dealing with. Like, the game would just flat out just start lagging and glitching, and so yeah, not all is like roses and sunshine here. It's a good game when it plays well, but when it plays well, that's when it doesn't. It's just quite a struggle. Like, I've literally lost the game because the game decided to lag its balls off, and I couldn't do a thing about it. So, but it is what it is. You take what you get, and you try to make it work, I suppose. But other than that, I really ain't got too much to say. Oh, I will talk about what normally happens in a quads game, because a quads game can either like I said, we're on King's Canyon, so a quads game can start real fast. This was one of the few times where we was pretty much running around and we didn't find people until, like, as you can see, there's pretty much less than 10 squads. So you're probably always, no matter what game mode you're in, ranked, trios, duos, squads, so you're always going to find somebody near the middle of the map. What is it, containment station? Or is it just called containment? I think it's called containment. We just call it containment. You're always going to find somebody here. Just no matter what, everybody goes to the middle of the map on this game. There is no escaping it. So we just ended up sitting up here. We didn't really push anybody. Late at night, excuse me for yawning. We really didn't end up pushing anybody. You know, stayed back, because if we ended up pushing somebody, we were probably gonna get thirded. But yeah, we just ended up chilling up here, popping some shots. I really didn't pop a whole lot of shots, but it was what it was. But talking about the different type of players, you get to meet, like I said, I've seen a lot more players with mics on quads, and most of them has been really chill for the most part. You know, just they're normally like trios, you know, already pre-made trios, and so I just get stuck in there since I'm obviously solo queuing. They're just pre-made trios who normally kicking it, and I just tag along. Sometimes I turn on my mic, sometimes I wouldn't. But for the most part, I wouldn't, because, you know, I didn't want to fuck up the dynamic of you know, the flow of banter. But, you know, from time to time, I would chime in and whatever, and just, you know, have a decent game if I made the right decisions, or if we made the right decision, and just have a good game, which is quite refreshing, because for the most part over these last, what, I don't know, maybe 10 seasons, it feels like I never want to turn on my mic when playing this game. And like trios or whatever. Because it's just trios, it just feels weird. Like, maybe you're the only one talking, or it's a duo and they're only talking to each other. It's just weird. But in quads, you know, it just, I feel like it works out a little bit better. As you can see, there's already only, what, 4 squads left? I mean, at least we're down to round 3, which I think games might last a little longer. I don't know if they do when gauging. I think they do get last a little longer compared to like regular trios games. I think you can get down to that final circle more often than not in quads than trios will. Or maybe I'm just completely dead wrong and just talking out my ass here, but I feel like it's a lot more possible. Yep, round 3 is about to end. The ring is closing, and we're inside of it, but we're kind of booty butt naked out in the open, which is, boy, I've been caught out in the open a few times on some maps like Olympus, obviously, clearly, Olympus, you know, with its open areas. Don't want to be caught out there. I've been caught out in open and on Broken Moon a few times where there were 2 choke points and there were 2 teams at each choke point and just couldn't get through. But right here we decide to we said, hey, we gotta push something. We gotta make something shake. So I think we end up pushing one of these buildings. One of the teammates get a knock here. I feel like I loot so slow sometimes. Yeah, we end up pushing the building. Look. Getting rid of the team. And then I think I just end up holding down this building, this is another thing, you know, a lot of people wouldn't be playing defensive legends or controller legends because most of them are defense oriented and they have to do with buildings like Caustic, you know, normally he's good in the build. Well, they're all good in buildings, but they would prefer to be in buildings more out so than out in the open. So like Caustic, Watson, which I think is probably the most high skill ceiling of all the controller legends. You would probably prefer her in the building. But I feel like she's more flexible out in the open if she's like behind cover. Catalyst obviously can clearly lock down the building, as you can see with these. Her second perk of being able to rebuild doors is very, very important. I think that gave her a lot more viability. And my favorite, Rampart, is on completely dog water with that character. So I ended up throwing up a wall so that I could give my teammate some cover for res. Which normally I wouldn't do if I was any other character. But right here, I pretty much end up just hiding under here, just waiting. I decided, wait a minute, I have a devotion. I should probably use a care package weapon if they get closer. So as everyone knows, that the devotion is clearly OP. I'm pretty much just making sure that I don't get clapped here. I'm the pushing this person right here. The Devo did most of the work. And I guess getting 2 kills was enough to get the W. So yeah, that was 2 games of quads. I like the mode. I enjoy it. It's pretty much all I've been playing every time I boot up Apex. And having 4 players is a dynamic which, you know, we've always thought of in Apex, and I feel like it does need a few kinks that it can work out. Like right here on the champion screen, it doesn't show all 4 people, so I feel like they could do some revamping. You know, this is an LTM, the first time they have you know, done this LTM. I don't. I wish all four, like solo, duos, trios, and quads, could all be in the game at once, but maybe it will be sometime in the future. Maybe, I don't know. But if they do bring quads back, maybe it could be worked out and have the kinks ironed out and be a better game mode. But it's my favorite so far. And other than that, I thank you for watching. It's me, Dean Down Bad. Hopefully, I will see y'all in the next video. Peace out.
This is where it ends.